fear of the Lord. Today, we gather to reflect on a concept that lies at the very foundation of spiritual growth and personal transformation, the fear of the Lord. It is a phrase that can often be misunderstood in our modern world, one that might provoke images of terror or dread. But, as we explore the true meaning of this profound principle, we will uncover its role as the key to unlocking wisdom, understanding, and a deeper connection with the divine. In Proverbs 9 verse 10, we are told, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding." The fear of the Lord. This is not a fear born of panic or uncertainty. It is a fear rooted in reverence, awe, and deep respect. It is an understanding of God's infinite power, holiness, and greatness, which leads us to humble ourselves before Him. It is the recognition that He is the Creator of the universe, the source of all life, and the sovereign King over all things. We often speak of wisdom in our lives, wisdom that helps us make better decisions, navigate challenges, and lead lives of meaning and purpose. But did you know that true wisdom begins with a relationship with God? True wisdom, the kind that transforms our character and guides us through life's twists and turns, is not a mere collection of knowledge or experience. It is born of a right relationship with the Creator, a relationship that begins with the fear of the Lord. This kind of fear is not the terror of someone trembling in the presence of an angry judge, but the awe of a child before a loving parent whose love is so vast, so immense, that it demands our reverence. It is the recognition that we are in the presence of something far greater than ourselves, and our response is one of humility and awe. It is in this reverence that we begin to tap into true wisdom. Why is this fear the beginning of wisdom? Because it positions us where we need to be, before the throne of God, acknowledging His authority over all. When we recognize that we are not the masters of our own destinies, that there is a higher purpose and a divine will that governs our lives, we begin to align ourselves with that greater plan. This posture of humility and awe opens the door to wisdom. It changes the way we think, the way we act, and the way we interact with others. The world around us often values intelligence, knowledge, and success based on human standards. But the wisdom that God offers is not of this world. It is not about cleverness or self-sufficiency. It is about understanding that true success in life comes not from our own efforts, but from our dependence on the wisdom and guidance of the Holy One. And here's the incredible truth. The more we come to know God, the more we understand life itself. Knowledge of the Holy One, as Proverbs reminds us, leads to understanding. When we come to know God in a personal, intimate way, when we seek His presence, study His Word, and listen to His voice, we gain a deeper insight into ourselves, into others, and into the world around us. Understanding is not simply intellectual knowledge. It is the wisdom to see life through God's perspective, to see the world as He sees it, to understand His purposes and plans. Think about it for a moment. When you truly know God, when you recognize His greatness and His goodness, it changes how you view everything. Suddenly, the challenges in your life no longer seem insurmountable. You see them as opportunities to grow in faith and trust. You understand that every moment is in His hands, that His wisdom is greater than your own, and that He is the one who equips you to navigate the path before you. This understanding also strengthens our faith. When we acknowledge God's authority and recognize that He is the source of all wisdom, we begin to trust Him more deeply. We place our lives in His hands, knowing that He sees the bigger picture, something that we often cannot. This trust builds a faith that is unshakable, because it is based on the firm foundation of God's character. Friends, we are living in a world that desperately needs wisdom. In a world filled with distractions, confusion, and noise, we often find ourselves searching for answers in all the wrong places. But the answer, the solution to every dilemma we face, is found in the fear of the Lord. It is in humbling ourselves before God, acknowledging His supremacy, and submitting to His wisdom that we find clarity. It is in the awe of the Almighty that we discover the strength to face life's trials with courage, perseverance, and hope. The beauty of this wisdom is that it doesn't just stay in the realm of the mind. It transforms our entire being. The fear of the Lord leads to a heart that is aligned with God's will, a soul that is at peace in His presence, and a life that bears fruit for His kingdom. It is not a fear that binds us in chains. It is a fear that frees us to live the life we were always meant to live, a life full of purpose, peace, and divine understanding. As you journey forward, remember this: wisdom begins with the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord leads to deeper understanding, and that understanding leads to a life of faith, fulfillment, and divine purpose. So, approach God with reverence, approach Him with awe, and allow His wisdom to guide you in every decision, every relationship, and every moment of your life. May your heart be filled with awe, your mind be open to wisdom, and your life be a reflection of the knowledge of the Holy One. As you seek the Lord, remember, He is the source of all wisdom, and in Him you will find all understanding. God bless you all and be encouraged.